Mr. Cazenave, if you would please give us your full name and DOC number.
Ian Cazenave, 255461.
Thank you, Mr. Cazenave. Let me explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and then we're going to conduct a parole interview with you. Once we conduct that interview, we'll ask the warden for any input she might have as to how you're doing while you're there. Then we'll hear those persons who wish to have input. Ms. Christy Sheremy with the Louisiana Parole Project is here on Zoom. Mr. Robert Lancaster, who is your attorney, Mr. Francis Doan, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Francis Dunn.
Dunn, I'm sorry, sir, is also a law student working with Mr. Lancaster. Edrica Duplessis, your stepdaughter. Gabby Duplessis, your daughter's mother. And Tyrone Smith, who is with First 72. Edward Cazenave, your brother, will be speaking. Arian Duplessis, your daughter, and Jamie Jardina is present but not speaking. In opposition, we have Mr. Randy Meyer with the Jefferson Parish District Attorney's Office.
Yes, sir.
After we hear all of those people and conduct an interview, you'll have an opportunity to address the board, say anything you'd like to do, and then we'll turn it over to Mr. Lancaster, Mr. Dunn, and they will close out the case. Do you understand our process?
Yes, sir.
This is the matter of Ian Cazenave, DOC number 255461, date of birth December the 4th of 1965. He's a third felony offender. He has a parole eligibility date of June the 7th of 2023, an adjusted good time date of June the 14th of 2081, and a full term date of April the 1st of 2097. He was originally sentenced to life. His sentence was commuted by Governor Edwards on June the 7th of 2023 to 99 years. Is that information basically correct, Mr. Cazenave?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cazenave, your case has been assigned to Mr. Alvin Roche, who's sitting to my left, and he will begin our interview process. Would you please answer any questions he might have?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Professor Lancaster, we are taking them younger and younger in law school.
Mr. Dunn just looks young. Mr. Dunn just looks young, Mr. Roche, but he's fully ready and capable today. So despite his youthful appearance, he's wise and capable.
Great. Good morning, Mr. Cazenave. How are you?
Fine.
Good. How have you been since the last time we saw each other?
I've been pretty good.
Good. Mr. Chairman, Ms. Wise, we have Mr. Cazenave. He's 58 years old as of December 4th. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And early happy birthday.
Thank you.
He's a third felony offender. He's been incarcerated for the last 25 and a half years. He's on 345 days, good times. So tell us, Mr. Cazenave, what programs have you completed since your clemency hearing?
I participated in a NAAA program, and upon completion of the program, I continue to still go to the meetings.
Okay. Any other good time programs since your clemency hearing?
No, sir.
Okay. Tell me about any organizational participation, any community service that you've rendered since your hearings.
I participated in the over 40 basketball league as the stat guy for a couple of years.
Good. Any other activities?
That's about it.
Okay. Have you had any disciplinary write-ups since your hearing?
No, sir.
When was your last disciplinary write-up?
In 2017.
Okay, so you hadn't had a write-up in the last 6 years.
No, not since then.
Okay. Tell us about your transition plan in Baton Rouge with Cindy Cazenave.
Well, my transition plan had changed since then. I'll be released to a local nursing home until my family be able to find a full accountability for me till I get out.
And what nursing home is that?
We not sure yet.
It's River Oaks.
River Oaks, okay. So basically, you're gonna take, will you be physically able to attend sessions with the Louisiana Parole Project?
Yes, so I take programs with the Louisiana Pro Project to help me transition into society.
Okay, and you have no problem with transportation back and forth to the Louisiana Parole Project?
No, sir.
Tell me about your sobriety plan, and tell us exactly what you plan to do to keep your sobriety.
Well, my sobriety plan is to continue to participate in a NAAA meetings. Should I be granted my release, and I recognize the importance of having the community of backbone behind me. Also,
Do you realize the importance of having a sponsor, a person that you can rely upon to give you advice when you get into a stressful situation?
yes, sir.
Have you identified anybody as yet?
Well, upon going to the programs, you know, I'll find some. I have some community help with the guys in the program.
The Most Sure Louisiana Parole Project can help you with that.
Yes, sir.
Warden Ambo, would you like to have any input, remarks, or observations?
Yes, I just want to clarify something that we have an application in with River Oaks for him.
Okay.
It's pending.
Okay.
Um,
And
so-
we're gonna do a release directly to the nursing home.
yes, sir. Like I say, it's pending. We're waiting on their approval.
Oh, it's pending.
Okay,
Is that,
so, go ahead, Ms. Roche.
you go ahead, Warden.
Oh, okay. So, he was being truthful. He had substance abuse, 100 hour of pre-release, victim awareness, anger management. He did parenting skills. His tiger is low. He's a medium custody, and he's assigned to Ash 2, which is a dorm that we do care for people that need you know, healthcare artists to help attend to their needs and stuff. He also is in his GED. He's trying to obtain his GED. And that's it.
Okay, so he's in the GED program currently,
Yes, sir.
and is there any projected time when he's gonna complete and pass that final examination?
Oh, they didn't give us a time. No, it's just got president enrolled.
Okay,
He's been in and out because of medical reasons. So, you know, I don't know if it's gonna be, he's able to obtain it before he's released due to the fact that he's been taken in and out due to medical.
okay. Thank you, Warden.
You're welcome.
Mr. Cazenave,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing in the HISET program?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm struggling a little bit with math, but I'm doing pretty good.
Have you taken any of the subject area tests?
No, not yet. I just recently got into school again, I was able to reapply.
It's very important that you achieve that GED. It helps a lot with your confidence. It's a confidence builder. It's something that you have to achieve, and it builds your confidence in every phase of your life.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Now we'll hear from those people in support. Ms. Christy Sheremy.
Christy Sherman, representing Louisiana Parole Project. We are fully aware and prepared for Mr. Ian's the pending of River Oaks, the approval. We are fully prepared to send a caseworker to visit him to provide all services that are applicable to Mr. Ian. We will make sure that any and all treatment plans that we can provide or that is applicable to him, we will have a case worker visiting him weekly to check on him and providing any and all services. And we just wanted the board to know that we are definitely fully support him and throughout his transition due to his circumstances. We just find it would be easier just to go to him rather than bringing him to us.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now we'll hear from Mr. Edward Cazenave, Mr. Cazenave's brother. Sir, you're on mute. Could you unmute your microphone? Still can't hear you.
Muted from the out.
There you go.
outside. Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My
So
name-
good morning, sir. Still.
Yes, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in
Oh,
Dallas.
okay. All right. Well, good afternoon.
Right in Dallas, Georgia. And I thank you all for having the opportunity here for me to speak on behalf of my family and my brother and those who are speaking today. We look forward for him to have the possible opportunity to be paroled, to continue his life, outside of the institution, and to reestablish himself with family that's here to support him. As I said, I live here in Dallas, Georgia. My daughter, Cindy, who you spoke of earlier, her and her family are viewing as well right now, and they have just recently moved here to Georgia as well. So he has a supporting cast here as well in Georgia, as well as, those in Louisiana that are reaching out to help him. So we look forward to it, and we hope you find that, you all would be able to give him this opportunity to have a new lease on life. He has a daughter and a granddaughter as well. And I mean, it would just be a blessing to have that kind of family around him and care for him and help him along in life and love on him. We truly miss him.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your comments. Now we'll hear Mr. Cazenave is, Mr. Randy Meyer. We'll hear the opposition. Mr. Meyer.
Good morning, Randy Meyer, Assistant DA, Jefferson Parish. My opposition at this point is based on he committed his own robbery. He was given a life sentence. The pardon board recommended to the governor, and the governor signed the commutation of sentence, which was 99 years plus with parole eligibility after 30 years. And my calculations, 30 years wouldn't be till roughly 2029. So he's not quite at that point that both the board and the governor initially proposed. Additionally, I'm concerned with the lack of programming. The only programs he's had since he's been incarcerated, from what I'm seeing in the record, was the pre-release and living in balance, both 1 and 2. And that was only in 2016. He's had nothing since. He said he has completed NAAA according to his testimony, which I think is a good thing. I was going to suggest that he needed something like that, and continuing with a plan based on continuing to go to NA and AA meetings would be very important for him. I think I understood his brother to say they would like him to go live in Georgia. I don't know if he's done an out-of-state compact or not. I would be less likely to oppose if he was going to Georgia, but at this time, being here in Louisiana due to the lack of programs and in my thoughts, he's not quite eligible as of yet because 30 years hasn't run. We'll be opposed to his request.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. We appreciate your comments.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Myers, the Pardon Board recommendation was to commute to 99 years with parole eligibility after 30 years. And that was the actual terms when the governor signed the commutation of sentence. But as soon as the governor signed the commutation of sentence, it was superseded by Act 122. Because his sentence had been commuted to a number of years, he was eligible after serving 20 years. And he had served 25 years. So 120, Act 122 was in effect. So therefore, the governor's commutation was superseded by that.
I understand that, but I still felt and still feel that the board had recommended 30 and the governor said 30, and that's still a huge benefit to him based on a life sentence.
Yeah.
So notwithstanding Act 122, the fact that the board and the governor both said after 30 years, I think is something that we should stand by.
And that's a legislative matter, and the law has to be changed. And as far as the law in the state of Louisiana now, that Act 122 supersedes a commutation of sentence.
Okay, Mr. Cazenave, is there anything you'd like to say before we turn it over to Mr. Dunn?
Yes, sir. I'd like to apologize to Ms. Robinson and her family for the bad decision that I made. I've been praying for their family for the last 25 years since that act was committed. I regret all the bad choices I made and the acts of my past, and I ask the family that if it's in their heart, could they forgive me?
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Dunn?
Yes, sir. May it please the committee, Mr. Ian Cazenave comes before this honorable committee respectfully requesting early release on parole. Mr. Cazenave is no longer the drug user that he once was. He has taken full accountability and has shown deep remorse for the heinous crime that he has committed. He has taken programs that have helped prepare him for release. Programming such as anger management, victims awareness, living in balance, NA and AA 12-step program. He has learned to think of the consequences before he acts. He has also learned to control his emotions, especially when stressed. He has also learned to understand his stressors and how to avoid contentious situations. Furthermore, through living in balance, NA, AA 12-step program, and faith-based programs, he has developed a sobriety plan that will allow him to have success upon release. Mr. Cazenave will not be a threat to public society. His health is rapidly declining. During his incarceration, he has had 15 hospitalizations, 5 of them that have occurred since the clemency, with 2 of them occurring since the law clinic's representation in August of this year. His medical condition is also causes him to go receive medical treatments every 2 weeks at the University Medical Center in New Orleans. And he also has to, due to recent vascular surgery, he is also required to have medical checkups every 2 weeks, which heavily limits the amount of programming and also limits the amount of time that he could spend dedicating himself to his GED. As noted in his reentry plan, Mr. Cazenave will be released to River Oaks, which is a nursing home, which will be able to accommodate his medical needs, and the Louisiana Parole Project will be able to facilitate the transfer from LSP to River Oaks in the future. And it also must be noted that The Parole Project will also assist Mr. Cazenave and setting up Medicaid and also setting up programs such as SNAP, Supplemental Security Income, and Social Security disability insurance. For these foregoing reasons, we request that Mr. Cazenave be granted parole today for whatever condition the committee deems fitting.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Well done. Well done. Ms. Roche, the panel, you ready to vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Cazenave, you have been granted by the governor of the state of Louisiana a commutation of sentence. 99 years with parole eligibility after 30 years. Based upon Act 122, once the governor signs that commutation of sentence, you are eligible under that act. And that act says if you have a number of years sentence and have served 20 years, you are eligible for parole. Based on positive remarks from Warden Ambo and a good transition plan, I grant your request and you are to be released to the River Oaks Nursing Home. Conditions after release, you must attend by Zoom or physically attend 3 NAAA meetings a week, and all other conditions of your parole will be at the direction of your parole officer. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Roche.
sir.
Is Wise?
Ms. Ian, my vote is the same for the same reasons. I wish you well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Cazenave, I agree with my colleagues. My vote likewise would be the same for the same reasons. So good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.